you've got hot coffee going through like
Yeah.
melting biscuit, and so you've got to basically go slurp and then stop, and you turn around and then jam the Tim Tam into your mouth and eat it. Like obviously you don't have a mouthful of coffee, but you drink that and then slam it into your mouth, and you will get this goodness of melted Tim Tam, chocolate, coffee, a bit of coffee, hot coffee in there, or milk, or whichever. It is.
Wow.
It's
You
the
sound
best.
excited.
It is, because we're doing Tim Tam slams when I come to BlizzCon. I've said to
Oh,
Stone, I'm
nice.
teaching everyone Tim Tam slams. That's what we're doing. I
I
don't care. It's
I
gonna
think I
be,
have a couple left downstairs, so I might have to try that.
yeah. It is.
It's
It is good.
Neverdied,
good.
can you put your Skype on Do Not Disturb?
me.
Please? Yes.
Now you're assuming I would know how to do that. Let's see.
On Skype, if you mouse over your profile picture and see how there's like a little green check mark down at the bottom corner of it.
Yeah.
If you click that,
Online status.
yeah, if you click that, change that to Do Not Disturb.
Got it.
Hey,
There.
chat
Oh,
room.
good.
Five says he learned by watching the Tim Tam slams. Oh, awesome. They are Five. They are so good. That's what we're doing at BlizzCon. We are having a Tim Tam slam fest. I gotta see how many Tim Tams I can bring over.
Well, I can kind of help you with that. Bloke, his first year in 2013, he brought a whole suitcase. Not just a little suitcase, like a full-size suitcase was
I've got to bring clothes.
full of Tim Tams.
And I'm a girl, so I can't get away with just like wearing
you
two
say so.
things the whole time. So
I would never have guessed.
it's not going to be that many. It's not going to be that many. Maybe I'll see who else is going, and we can do like piles of Tim Tams, or maybe I could ship some over ahead of time. We'll see.
Well, we're drinking tonight.
You drink? Oh dear Lord. Okay. Yeah, but Zorts, I don't know what you guys Tim Tams are, whether it's true Tim Tams. That's my concern. Because I want you to get
true Tim
Aussie.
Tams, sir.
Yeah, I want you to get the Australian Tim Tam, which is just divine.
Okay, Stone.
You're right.
Yes.
I looked up hickory sticks. Isn't that what you were talking about the other day?
Oh, you mean these ones right here? Yes.
Dude,
Oh,
I so wanted to get those after you showed those. They're like a fortune for me to get them.
Really?
They look good, dude.
They are good.
They
Those
are.
hickories.
They
I don't know
are.
what the I don't know what the other thing is.
This is a coffee crisp.
I never heard of it.
That's my two favorite things. Neverdied.
It's a
Stone's
Canadian
ever sent me.
chocolate bar.
Haunting me.
It's chocolate
That's funny.
and a hint, just enough of coffee, and it's really good. Chill me. Word.
And you see, these are Turkish Delight Tim Tams. So they're based off a gelato. So they've got I don't know, but there's got like a Turkish Delight center right through the middle of the Tim Tam. Oh my God, Tim Tam slams of them are going to be divine. That was my Easter present
Okay.
from my parents.
Can we
Shows me
quickly?
hungry.
Neverdied. Can you say something about how much it would cost you to get a bag of these chips sent down to you?
The what chips?
Okay, that's good. Never mind. I'm just checking sound levels.
Oh,
That's good.
That's pretty
Leeta,
funny.
I think yours is a little high. Like just a smidge.
Who? Me?
Yes.
Oh, microphone down.
Just
How's
just
that?
a smidge.
Better? I did a smidge.
Okay.
Too much?
Nope.
Enough.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Rat Sneezy. She finally got it. Awesome.
I am recording.
Okay.
I'm going to turn off my game sounds because I don't need that. What else? I don't hear the hissing now, man. Like,
yeah?
like remember? Oh no, now I can hear it. Never mind. A little bit. It's okay. Oh, here we go.
Coffee is my blood.
Here we go. Right, and then.
Cheers, everyone.
Which is Morse code
goodness.
for. I won't say because only one person has gotten it so far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say because I don't want to die.
You're so funny.
Okay, we are recording. We have. Where is okay? Yes, right there. Okay. Oh, I did not fix the outro sound. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do that really quick. How do I change this?
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Stone and Leeta, copyright 2018. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used on this show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find his great royalty.
Okay.
Okay, people. Okay, people. We're not ending. We haven't started.
Right, show's over. Thanks for it was a
And we're
great,
done. You all
great
missed it.
discussion.
We had a great chat with Neverdied.
Thanks for coming on. And
Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is great. All right, so long. Peace. I should go off the air. Okay. Just a show title. Yeah, show title. Okay, we ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I'm ready to. That was quick. Boy, where have I heard that from before? Whew. All right. That's what she. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Attaboy, Azzy. There we go. Okay. Here we go. What? Yep. That's what she said. Okay. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Are you piece of crap? Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Iron Man. Bloodthirsty.
Pacifist.
You're listening to the WoW Challenges podcast, the home of the Iron Man Challenge. And here are your hosts, Stone and Leeta.
Hello, and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. This is episode 112. Today is Saturday, April 7th, 2018. I'm your host, Leeta, and joining me is my co-host over there, is my co-host, Joan. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, good.
I was going to say, don't mute yourself.
No, I'm not muting myself. What are you talking about? I'm not the one that has sound problems all the time. Anyways, so how are you? Yep.
I'm fine.
Great.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you. I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome.
I have coffee. We're all good. And I'm really excited because we have a very, very special guest. Like extremely special guest. So I'm thrilled to get to announce who it is.
Hold on. What kind of special is this?
Well, this is our triple.
Well, is it special like
crown.
me, or special like somebody
no.
like really good?
Like special like me. Like he's awesome.
Wow.
But he is our triple crown champion. That's what he is. Like seriously, we've never had one before. So we have got Never died here, everyone. Yeah.
Finally.
Never died.
Finally. Now I can retire in peace.
Yeah. Hey, Never Died.
Hi, Never Died.
How you doing?
There he is.
I've been trying to get on the show for months. Stone wouldn't let me come on, so I appreciate you finally letting me get on here.
I know. It's, sometimes he controls that stuff, and sorry, I would have got you on earlier.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No, we are so thrilled that you've been able to come and have a chat with us today, and we get to pick your brain for a bit, which is very exciting. So first off, tell us a little bit about you. Who is Neverdied, the player behind the characters, we would have to say?
I'm a teacher in real life, and about 20 plus years. I'm 47, which for the old timers like Ash and Stir and Assie and Zaya, that's a baby. They're quite a bit older than that, I believe. So I got a wife and 2 teenage daughters, which is why it's hard for me to be on the show. I'm busy with them, taking them places, scaring boys away, buying shotguns, that kind of stuff. I try to travel, like sports, and then when I have time, I get on WoW and play.
Wow, that's that busy. Yeah, we do fully understand that. And that 2 teenage daughters, good luck with that.
Yep. No, thank you.
My hair is looking like stones. My hair looks like stones now.
Oh, damn. Yeah, kids are so much different. Teenagers are so much different to when we were teenagers. It does. Oh, I'm getting old. Anyway, so tell us, how long have you actually been playing WoW?
I started with, what do they call us? Lich King babies? Is that what they called us? So I was right when Lich King started. Yeah. So I think that was 2008-ish or something like that. I think that's when I played, didn't like it, stopped, came back, and then was hooked. So been playing for about 10 years, I think now.
Okay, so you played and didn't like it. What was it that you didn't like? Was it the class you were playing, or do you remember what about the game didn't excite you at the start?
I think I wasn't a huge. I mean, I played like Atari when I was a kid, but I wasn't like a huge gamer growing up, and so I think it was just overwhelming. I was like, I didn't know what I was doing. There was so much stuff to do, so it was just too overwhelming, I think, at first. But then I went back and played it and loved it ever since. So, but yeah, I think it was just a bit much when I first got on.
Yeah. No, I always think about people that are coming into the game now, how they must feel. Because obviously, for us, we've been, I mean, you say you're a Wrath baby, but geez, you've still been playing the game, 8 years? Like, Wrath still feels like it was kind of yesterday, but it was out 8 years ago. It's crazy. And then Stone and I, who have been playing pretty much since day dot, it's, it must be overwhelming for a new player who just gets the game now and logs in, or, so yeah, I can kind of understand.
Like even now I didn't do much Legion this expansion. So I just went back, tried to start doing it, and I feel like I'm just lost. There's so much stuff that I don't know about, and so definitely is tough, I think, for a new person.
Yeah, there is so much. There is so much. Absolutely. All right, so tell us about when you first started trying the challenges. Do you remember when that bug hit? Yeah,
so I was telling Stone this. I'm pretty sure it was during Lich King. There was a guy who leveled a warrior to max, but there's no rules like Iron rules. So I know for Iron community, that probably sounds simple, but at the time, it was a big deal. People wrote up about him, and he was on the forums and on the websites, and it was a lot harder leveling back then. There was no heirloom gear and stuff like that, and so he leveled up to 80, never died before. Again, this community can appreciate this. So he hits 80. The story goes, he puts on these boots that engineers have that make you run fast. I don't know what they're called, but I think they can glitch and shoot you up in the air.
Yes.
So the dude shoots himself up in the air
and dies.
Falls and dies after he reached max without dying. So, yeah, that was pain. Especially as an Iron fan now, that's beyond painful. But anyway, so I thought that sounded cool, so I tried it. I made a character named Neverdied. This was back in Wrath. I failed, and then Neverdied is actually my main character that I raid with. He's a paladin, so his name's Neverdied. So I started. That was the first time I ever tried. Wow. And then I don't know when. Do you guys know when this started? The Iron was it was in Cat, I think.
The challenge itself. The challenge itself. The first guy was Kripparrian, and that was in Wrath at level 80. But then the actual tracking didn't really start until Cataclysm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I must because when I started, no one had won. No one had done it. I was playing when Kripparrian made it. So whenever that was, that's when I started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got on a hunter, and it's funny looking back. I didn't think this was a big deal, but now listening, I think I'm kind of proud of it. I actually on my first attempt got to max. I didn't die on my first attempt, so that was pretty cool.
Wow.
I didn't at the time. I didn't really think anything of it. I mean, I kind of went slow and got there. But then I tried again, and I died on like a mage, and then I stopped. I didn't handle dying too well. So I was done for I took a year off, and I went back to raiding, and then I played. Took a year off. Every time I would die, I'd get pissed off. Or can I say that?
Yes.
Okay. I'd get angry, but now that I've died so many times, I handle deaths much better now. So yeah, I've been doing it since the beginning, on and off, I think.
Well, I did not know that about you as to that first time.
I did not know that
amazing.
either.
That's I think we are all a little bit gobsmacked on that. I mean, not only that you can look at what you've already achieved, but you just knocked our socks off. So congratulations.
Was your first one a hunter as well?
Yeah, I'm almost positive that Lyson or whatever he goes by finished right next to me. Like he was either right before me or right after me. I did a hunter. He was on his priest. So yeah. Night elf hunter. Yeah.
Nice. First go. I feel so bad now. That is amazing. All right. So when did you started on your Iron track? When did you decide that you wanted to then do a bloodthirsty, do a pacifist? Has that just come in the last few years, or was that something you'd also been working on over the years?
I'm trying to think I know the Passy was kind of like what I said earlier. I tried the pacifist. I got to like 19 and I was flagged, and I didn't know how I got flagged. So I decided, I'm not going to play this. Like, I didn't like the fact I didn't know what I was doing wrong. So I put that off for a while, and I tried I don't know why I tried Bloodthirsty. I literally watched the all seasons of, what's the guy's name? Anyways, there was a show I watched like 5 seasons worth. So it was a very brain dead. I could just sit there, kill things, and watch Netflix the whole time. Yeah. I'm thinking I probably just got the bug that I wanted to complete everything. And so I started doing Bloodthirsty, and I'm like, this isn't too bad. Pacifist took me a while to go back to. But yeah, I got in it, and it wasn't too, like I said, since I could watch TV while I did it, I had a good time doing it, actually. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Okay. So then with obviously getting your Iron Man, the Hunter, up to max now, and then what prompted you to then decide, well, I'm going to get, one of each class?
Yeah.
As well? So is it pushing yourself, being a completionist, or just seeing if you can do it?
I think, I'm trying to think of a couple of things. One, I think I'm an alt, what are they called? Altaholics? Because I have like a bunch of high level.
You're one of us.
Is that Nisi? Or who's that? Is that Leeta?
Nisi has like 816 bloodthirsties, so we don't
there you go.
try to compete with her.
So yeah, so I got a bunch of high level horde tunes, and I just liked leveling. With my schedule in life, it's hard for me to like sit down for 3 hours and do something. So I just level different alts. And when we switched to whenever that change came where all the classes were playable, I think I already had a few at max, and I said, you know, yeah, I do have a completionist thing in me. Absolutely. I just wanted to get them all done. So I started playing them. I realized all of them were doable. And so just set out on trying to, what's the fastest path to get all of them up there before the next expansion.
Yeah. Okay. So with where we are, obviously we're coming to the end of the expansion. We've got a new expansion coming soon. What have you achieved everything that you wanted to with your challenge tunes so far this expansion, or are you working on something else?
Yeah, I thought I was going to be done, and then I was going to work on, like I said earlier, I just started Legion, and I'm just so lost. I have not, I mean, the beginning of Draenor is the last time I like raided and did stuff with real tunes. So anyway, so I've been doing that a little bit, but then when the patch hit and everybody said this is super hard, I'm like, uh-oh. So I got a little Jones again okay, let me see if I can try. So I got a hunter going. He's at 67 right now, I think. And yeah, it is so different. I mean, totally different mindset now. Much more difficult, obviously. So I'm working on that right now. And I'm just trying to do trying to see some of the regular Legion stuff on a non-iron, but mostly focusing on my hunter now.
Do you think that the challenge for irons in particular is very similar to you doing iron back in Wrath and Kata? Do you think that kind of level with hardness is about the same, or do you think it's still different?
Yeah, I was trying to think about that because obviously it's been a long time. It feels to me harder than it's ever been, but I don't know if that's because we just went through the easiest it's ever been, you know? But I mean, yeah, it's like I think today Ash was saying he's on a paladin that's 58 and he had to like give up because he just couldn't kill anything. And I think Stir has died once or twice on his monk. I'm not sure how many, something like that.
I think it's more like 5 or 6 times now. 10, 12.
5, 10.
I think we've kind of lost track.
But yeah, so to me, it feels like this is the hardest it's ever been. I mean, my pet, if I get 2 things on my pet, it'll die, you know. So yeah, I think the teams might be fun. I've been trying it, actually, the teams thing. My partner's horrible, so it's not going super well.
I've heard.
I'm carrying this guy along. But I think that'd be the way to go now, probably, is just because if you have 2 people, I think just with how hard it is, especially I'm assuming 70, 80, 90s are going to be tough. So teams might be a way to go for people if they can find someone.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. All right. So I'm sure you've got some fond memories. Like, I want to talk about you leveling in a minute, but I want to know about your fond memories. And I'm sure you've got more than one. So I think we are allowed to give you a couple of your fondest challenge memories. So can you give us a couple?
One of them might be surprising. I think when I got my monk to max, I don't even remember which expansion it was, but nobody had ever done that before, had gotten the monk to the max level.
Yeah.
And so I told my daughters, I said, of the 6 billion people on Earth, nobody but me has done this. And they just like thought I was the coolest guy in the world. And it was like, so that was pretty fun. They were young enough that they thought that was the coolest thing ever. So that was fun just because no one had done it. And then, obviously the bloodthirsty one, that was kind of cool. We just did, obviously that took a lot of time and grinding, and I think I'd probably put those 2 up there, I think.
Okay. Oh, they're both really good. All right. So tell us about how you level. So this is where we're going to pick your brain. So let's start with irons. When you're leveling a new iron at the moment, like you said, with the hunter, and you're already 67. So I'm already like, wow. What's your process? What do you look at with leveling through the zones? Because obviously with all scaling and all of that is new, but are you still running the same path that you have gone, or are you trying to mix it up a bit as well?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Again, I don't know why. It seems like it's taking longer, not just time wise, but like I have to hit more zones now. So I don't know if I haven't really followed the numbers. Like I don't know if they squish the XP or what. But so I do now. What I do is 1 to 20. I hit all the starting zones that I can. I want to try to get to 20 because that's as high up as they'll go. So I hit those, and then go to Westfall and kind of work my way north through Eastern Kingdoms. The one thing I found is at 61, everything's probably about half. It takes about half the time to kill stuff. At 62, you about 2-shot everything. And then at 63, you 1-shot everything before Outlands. So I saved like Eastern Plague Lands until then because that's harder. Just any quests along the way that I'm unsure about, I hold off until I'm 61 or above. And so... And then I also am over. I used to never go to Kalimdor or however you say it, but I have to hit there now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm doing definitely more zones than I used to.
Okay.
But it is nice that we have and before when you were 61, or 60, you had to head to Outlands. But now we have about 3 levels of, you can take a breath at 61 to 64. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
And then I head to Outlands, and then I haven't decided yet. I was talking to Ash about this. To get from 60 to 80, obviously you could choose between Northrend and Outlands. So I was assuming 70 to 80 might be harder. So I'm trying to save Northrend for things. I think in general, Northrend's a little easier for leveling. So I wanted to do that at the higher levels. So right now I've just been sticking in Outlands, or in, what is it called? Yeah, Outlands. So yeah, I've cleared a couple zones in there. But yeah, it's way slower. Flying, you can't just drop in. You got to always take a path now to get, I used to just fly in, drop, do what I need to do, fly out. But now I have to slowly go into whatever quest I'm getting to make sure there's a path out, because it's just way harder than it ever was.
Yeah. And riding through mobs is not good.
No, you shouldn't do that. No, that's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely don't do that. Okay. So, and then obviously the higher you go up is you're still adjusting yourself to the changes with the scaling. Do you think you will again follow the path that you've already done with your previous tunes, or it's one of those you'll have to wait and see?
Yeah, I'm doing the similar actually. I know some people, I think I was talking, like I said, I think Ash, some people are heading over to Northrend right away. But yeah, I'm just going through Outlands. I'm going to wait probably till about 70, and then I'll head to Northrend. And I haven't gotten high enough to see if what dailies work when, or if like at 81, I think I read somebody was saying at 81, Northrend and stuff becomes easy like it was in the past. Once you hit a certain level, the lower zones were really easy to get through. So I'm hoping that happens again. But yeah, right now I'm just following pretty much the same, very similar path through the zones. It's just, like I said, just have to go slower and being more careful than I was before. Yeah, but before I had some horrible, I haven't died before 60. I literally couldn't even tell you last time I died before 60. And I died twice before 60 doing this with this new stuff, because I had some horrible habits built up from it's just been, so definitely going a lot slower.
And that's probably the thing that we all face, is because we've been used to playing our tunes a certain way, that all of a sudden, once that game changes, the adjustments that we need to make is quite, to get that into muscle memory, into our brain, into our key bindings or our mouse or our, what we're used to pressing can be to our detriment when we're not used to it with tunes dying. So absolutely. All right.
A lot of adjusting.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so what about the path at the moment for Bloodthirsty? How did you level? Again, I know that was, obviously before with changes, but did you do the same sort of thing with following your Iron Man leveling into those zones, or how did you go about leveling your Bloodthirsty?
Yeah, on the Bloodthirsty, I'm the kind of guy who, like, if you go up to a stoplight and there's two cars there, I try to figure out which car is faster and I get behind him. Like, I'm always trying to find the fastest route anywhere. And so that's how I do with leveling. I'm always trying to find what's the quickest way to get through this. And so with what I found with the Bloodthirsty was finding, obviously, the lowest health mobs would obviously die quicker. And so I could level faster. So I would just go around, find, like, Swamp of Sorrows had a great... They're called, like, they're back in like a little niche in the back corner. I can't remember what they're called, but anyways, they had really low health.
The Growl.
And so I stayed there. What's that?
Imps? I think they're Growl or Imps and stuff like
Imps.
that.
Yeah, there's some kind of like Imps or something.
Yeah.
And they're just back in this little corner of, and Misty something. I'm looking at it here. But anyways, they had very low health, so I'd go there early and I'd stay there for like 7 levels or something. So basically, that's what I did. I went around looking for the lowest health things because they would die quicker, and then I could level faster. So I haven't looked recently, so I don't know. Obviously, I know maybe Nisi can answer this, but if I was still doing it, that's what I would be doing. I would be finding the lowest health things that could die the fastest, because then you just level quicker that way. Obviously, other things like range is more difficult for a hunter, so melee would be nice. Neutral mobs would be nice, ideally, because then you're not worried about pulling extra ones. But the biggest thing I looked for was just their health. And whenever I found low health stuff, I just stayed there for as long as I could.
Okay. All right. And again, is that just put on the TV show, put on something, just kind of distract yourself with, this grind that you've got to do is the main thing for being so not necessarily focused on the Bloodthirsty, but giving your attention that you can get through leveling just through grinding.
Yeah, Person of Interest, by the way. That was the show. It was like 5 seasons.
Okay.
It was great. I liked it. But I mean, it was just mind-numbing. Obviously, that's why everybody, I think Stone loves the Bloodthirsty challenges, if I'm not mistaken. I know Assy loves it.
Loves it.
So, a lot of people love it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
A lot of people love it.
Obviously, I get it. It's totally boring for people. But I think you've said, Leeta, don't you, like, you find it peaceful or almost just kind of zone out and...
Yep.
Anyways.
I find I get really zen with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of, and that's probably the part of it that really I found quite strange, because I'm like, how is it that I feel really quite relaxed and zen with just going and mass slaughtering a whole area of things?
Sociopath.
Like, okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, awesome. Stone. That's what I'm thinking. That's funny.
May not be allowed to enter the country when you're heading to BlizzCon. Just saying.
No, you're funny.
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
bringing Tim Tams. They'll let me in. It's all good. All right. Now, exactly. What about pacifists? So how, again, did you tackle that? Because for mind-numbingly boring, sorry guys, but for me, I can't kill anything. I'm just like, how do you guys do it? I can't think. I can't get my brain around it. So how did you level a pacifist to max?
Yeah, that one, I'm more like you. I will never do a pacifist again. I can't imagine, because that was like my thing. I hate on an iron. Like, I hate exploring. So just like I can't stand like exploring outlands and stuff. It's just so boring to me. And so yes, pacifist. I got very, very lucky though, because obviously archaeology is really good, but it goes at a certain level, it kind of dies off. But some reason at the patch, I don't know what they changed it. So from basically the entire way from, I don't remember what level I was when the patch hit, but I was able to do archaeology pretty much till the end. So it wasn't too difficult. I just wanted, again, as you hear me, especially when I decided I wanted to do all 3 of the challenges and get all the classes to the top, I had to figure out what is the fastest way to do this. I couldn't, if I died once, I probably wasn't going to be able to do it. So I needed safe and fast. And so with the pacifist, when that, before that, you know, I was trying to pick quests here and there and, you know, doing the dailies and finding stuff. But at the end, after the last patch, I was able to, it went pretty smoothly doing the archaeology. But yeah, I agree with you. It is not my thing. That was boring for me. That was very boring for me.
Okay. And did you, with the archaeology, because I know that we've had some discussion with, did you train it up to a certain point and stop training it? Or what did you do to not have any issues with things popping up?
So I looked that up because someone said that on here about things. Obviously, that
Townie.
worried me when someone mentioned, who was it?
It was Townie.
Oh yeah, Townie. So what I found, and I don't know if this is right, but what I found is that happens in Pandaria. So I don't know if it's your level. It's more just in Pandaria. Like I don't think it. I was in Outlands and Eastern Kingdoms and everything, and I never ever saw anything pop up on me. So I don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's only if you're maybe Draenor does it. I didn't want to go there after I heard about that.
Does, yeah.
But so I don't think it's your level. I don't think it's the level of your archaeology that does it.
Yeah.
But again, I could be wrong, but I think it's where you do it at.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Any more questions, Stone, on Neverdied about leveling before I get to the next?
Well,
question?
I think one thing that kind of popped out at me that I'm kind of surprised at is that, you know, you're saying that you're trying to find the quickest, fastest, and safest route. I don't know. Anyways, to level up. But your discussions with me have always been never really about speed. Because when I was leveling up and I was starting to get high level, you were always saying, you know, the best path is, you know, be safe and just do these things. So at what point do you sacrifice speed for safety?
Yeah, so here was what helped me. And another reason I did the way I did is I had obviously so many tunes going at one time. So I could log in and do X amount a day on each tune. So my time played overall was sometimes it was probably longer, but my slash played, I'm pretty sure it was like 5 days on, I think my paladin was actually 4 days something. Okay. So the actual time played per tune, like I was like, I don't actually figure out like experience per hour. I never did the math, but that's kind of my mindset is what's the fastest experience per hour on a tune. And that's what I would do. Like I didn't do Plants versus Zombies very much because it was like a half hour to get one quest. Yeah. So, but if I was doing one tune, that would probably have been different. I bet I would have taken more chances. I would have done more things. Up till basically 100, there's not that many choices. 100 is where you can start taking really, if you want to go to Legion or not. And I did my first 3 tunes I did. And then my 4th one was, I think, my Mage. And, you know, I was feeling good because the first 3 went pretty good over there. But my 4th one, I was doing Frost, so I thought it'd be fine. Well, one of the mobs hit me, and I swear I went down to almost 50% on one hit. And so I decided, I don't think I'm going to keep doing this. So at that point, I kind of just shut down because I just wanted, like I said, I wanted to make sure I got all the tunes up. And so that was the last time I went to Legion with those guys. So.
Okay. All right. No, that's really interesting. I actually had another question and then it's completely popped out of my head and I can't remember what I was going to ask.
Amateur.
Don't. Well, it's just I was listening intently and then, you know, squirrel. Anyway.
Squirrel, I love that. I say that all the time.
Squirrel. It happens.
Oh, that makes sense now. Okay, anyways. So, yeah. Makes complete sense.
Okay, all right. Well, I think with obviously all the information that you've given us and also the fact that, again, you've been doing these challenges for a while you've got some experience. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Sorry, it wasn't a question. I was going to say, and hence why playing multiple tunes with challenges is a good idea, isn't it?
It is. It's a great idea. That's what I think it is.
Okay. Just excellent. That's good to know. Thank you. All right. So now we want to know about the deaths. What do you think was your worst death that you've had as a challenge tune?
What's funny, I mean, you wouldn't think this, but I said earlier, I think my first one, I got to max. I'm like, all right, this is easy. So I got on a mage and I got to Outlands and thought it was fine. And he was 60 something. And I don't know if this guy's still there, right outside of Honor Hold, I think. He's kind of down in that little, I don't know, valley, whatever it is. And he would hit you and you'd fly back like really far. I don't know what ability he had or what that guy. Anyways, he hit me back. I flew back, landed in a bunch of mobs, and I died. And I did not handle that well. That was my first death. I was level 60. I'm like this, yeah. So that was probably my first one. So that was my first death was probably the hardest for me, especially being level 60. And then another one, the shaman, he was that because this one was user error. I shouldn't have died. I was level 100, and no one had made it. No one had made max on a shaman before, and that was the one time where I think if I hadn't been playing so many tunes, I think I would have been fine. But when you play as many tunes as I did, sometimes you forget what abilities they have, and so I just pulled too many things. It was just a dumb death at 100. So that one, that was my dumbest one, I think. Well, actually, no. I have other dumb ones, but do you want me to get to dumb deaths or just worst deaths?
Do tell.
Yeah. Go for it.
It was probably after after I said, like I said, I would take a break for a year and come back. So one time I took a break, I leveled Horde tune. I'd never been Horde. So I did a bunch of Horde tunes, got them up. So you can imagine when I got back playing Iron on my Alliance and I get to Outland, I fly straight into the Horde base camp. And it's one of those things like, I don't know if you guys have these deaths where you're like, what's happening? Why are they attacking me? Like, it wasn't like I knew instantly what the problem was. I was just an idiot, sitting there. And finally I'm dead. And I'm like, why did I just die? And then obviously it hits me that I'm Alliance and I went into the Horde. And so that may be the dumbest death. And then another one is right outside of Honor Hold, where you pick up those scraps and you have to kill 20 mobs or whatever.
Yep.
3 times. Like, I don't know how this is possible. 3 times. There's an elite guy that goes through there. And if he hits you, it's an 8-second stun. And so 3 different times that guy has killed me, which I don't know how that's possible to die to the same thing. 3. I mean, every time I go there, I think I'm being aware. He just, like, my last tune just died like a couple weeks ago at 64.
Yep.
That's how he died. That guy
really
hit him. Yeah.
Wow.
You would think after this long of playing, I would know better.
It's good to know that you're human. Never
yes,
died.
I am definitely
human.
I
like
thought
us.
he was a machine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, do I need to do my
is.
machine voice? This is never died. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of my worst, most frustrating deaths. I've had a few.
Okay. Oh, I think we can all sympathize, empathize. We've all, I would say, if not had one ourselves or one of our friends has suffered one of those. So we fully understand that.
Yeah.
But tell us, I mean, obviously now with you leveling your hunter will help with the new hunter going through since the patch 7.3.5, scaling all of that. What do you think currently is the most unfriendly zones? Like, obviously you're at 67, so is there stuff that you do not look at in Eastern Kingdoms or Kalimdor?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if that's changed for me. Red Ridge, I skipped the back half like I always do.
Yep.
It's nice now. Before, I would always go through Eastern Plaguelands, even though I didn't love it because it's definitely harder there. But now that as I think I was saying earlier, I go there like 63 now. and you can one-shot everything. So that's nice. I guess I'm very stubborn. So finally, I decided, after all those stupid deaths I just explained to you, I skipped Hellfire Peninsula this time. So it took me a while to learn. I think it's like stubborn, like I'm not going to give up, you know. But I decided, oh well, maybe I'll come back at 81 or something, but I don't know. So I skipped Hellfire Peninsula. I think a lot of people say people say they skip that all the time. So I think that's wise. But otherwise, I think I'm going to hit mostly the same zones. Like I have literally never, maybe you guys can tell me I don't know if I'm going to need to, Shadow Moon Valley. I have never once on any tune quested there. So I don't know if I might have to hit this. Do you guys quest there?
Leeta, you've got some experience in there, don't you?
You guys are
I see sarcasm in his face.
I've personally never taken a tune in there.
I actually really like Shadow Moon Valley. I think it has got a lot of grindy quests. Just do not fall in the lava pit.
Jesus.
That's where
Did you say love pit or lava?
Lava pit. So the lava pits. I got punted back by one of those basilisk things. It punted me straight in, and I couldn't.
I thought it was a boar.
No. Hey.
I thought it was like a fell boar or something.
And then fell boar and something else. I can't remember. One of them punted me back in, and I was at the angle that where you could get up out of the lava pit was like all this way. I couldn't. The area I got punted, there was no way I could get back up, and I tried everything, and it was that death really hurt. So I do understand that. But stay away from lava pits. Yeah, that was my iron. That was my highest.
Was that your highest level iron? Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So, but other than that, I thought the questing, because I just started there, it was good grindy. You know, kill 20 of these, go kill 20 of those, and that kind of stuff. I felt so. I just had started the zone and was getting into the zone when I lost her. So I think it would be an interesting place to quest through. So you let us know how you go.
All right.
I think it will be, a bit of.
We'll see if I need to go through there or not. So I might give it a shot.
I did not have to take mine through there, but that was pre.
Yeah. It seems like it's taken me. I don't know if I'm right or not, but it seems like it's taken longer to get through some stuff.
Oh, it is for sure.
It is. Yep. Yes, most definitely. Okay. All right. So then we want to know. So you have given us so much information today, which is fantastic. But what advice would you give to anyone wanting to try a challenge soon?
I was thinking about that because someone's answered that like 100 and some times on your show. So I was trying to think what new to be said. So I think most of this, I don't know if I have anything original. Go where you know. Like you wouldn't obviously besides the example I just gave 5 minutes ago, I almost never die to places I've been before. So most of my deaths that I've had have been doing something new. So going with what you're familiar with, whatever path that may be, I think you're better off than going on another path. So that's one. Two, I was thinking there's 3 things I think you need to get to max: skill, decision making, and luck. Obviously you can't control luck, and skill is, I think, you can get better, but you kind of have whatever skill you have. But the decision making is the huge one. That's what everybody can do well. And you're going to think this is very random example, but since I'm a teacher, I teach multiplication to my kids, like 3-digit by 3-digit. I don't know if you remember way back doing that. In any math problem, there's like 25 ways to mess the problem up. Well, if you get 24 out of 25 right, you fail, right? So that's how many decisions do you think, how many ways can we die between 1 and 110? There's thousands and thousands of decisions you make, and 99.999% you lose. So it's just the mentality of you cannot ever mess up, ever. Yeah. So I think that mindset of decision making is massive if you want to be able to reach max. Anyways, like when people come on, they'll say, I want to do Red Ridge. And then Stir gets on and gives his spiel about how you shouldn't do it. And then they go and do it. And a lot of times they succeed, but I inside I said, there's no way that guy's going to make it, because who cares he got through that one time? But if he's going to make decisions like that over and over again, he's going to fail eventually, because you can't be good. You got to be perfect. So, so the mindset. And then I was thinking, I think now I would encourage, I mean, everybody keeps saying this, but I think now more than ever, I don't know how you're going to do this on something besides a hunter. I mean, I thought Paladin was so strong and amazing, and then Ash just told me today that he had to stop playing it because it was just awful. So, quickly, what I do with my hunter, again, I don't know, maybe this is what everybody does, but put defensive mode for your hunter always. One, if you happen to DC, you have a shot at him, taking aggro from you. But also, now more than ever, the way most people die, I think, is from pulling too many mobs. I mean, there's lots of ways we all die, but I think that's got to be the number one way. Too many mobs come on you. So as you're leveling, that is your sole thing, is making sure one-on-one regular mobs. I don't think anybody, I mean, I'm sure most people never die that way. So pull with shoot at it, have it come to you. Don't do assist, because then your pet will go in and you'll pull more mobs than you want. Make sure you have your, I think it's called, what's the interrupt counter? What is it called? Counter shot. Because a caster starts casting. If you hit that, he'll come to you. So you can pull almost everything one at a time if you're careful if you do that with the hunter. And then, have freezing trap ready. If you ever have two things close, make sure you trap something. Aspect of the cheetah, I never use that to get around. That's only for emergencies. If I ever pull 3 mobs, you got to take your pride down and just run. Turn around, run like a little girl, hit the aspect of the cheetah, and just get out of there. And you should have already had a path going. Always, 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 you have to have a path going in and your path going out. And for me, like Feign Death, I almost never use anything Feign Death or Shout. I mean, very rarely. But if I do, you got to make sure you run away first, so you're out of where they may respawn or reset. But yeah, if you'll keep to one at a time, I mean, it hasn't been bad. The ones that are horrible, like in wetlands, that's that's my lowest death ever. I think it was in the back of wetlands. There's a miniature, they shoot guns, and she's surrounded by like 3 guys. She's in like a pen in the area.
The Dark Iron Dwarves.
Yeah, and so when you shoot them, one, your pet doesn't hold the aggro on the shots, so the shots keep hitting you, and they won't. At least maybe someone smarter than me can figure out, but I can't get them to come to me. So now more than ever, I skip anyone that's not casters, and melee are fine, but shooting gun mobs, I stay away from now. They're just, for the way how hard things are now, they're tough. So anyways, I think that's basically how I level. And I mean, if you're pulling things to you one at a time, use your freeze trap. You just don't get in many troubled spots. But again, key is staying away from. I imagine you guys, most of your deaths have been when you have too many mobs on you. So I think if that's your focus, is staying away from that scenario. I think that's key. So.
Okay. No, that's I mean, that is definitely so true definitely for me anyway. But you've given us some really great advice and lots of information. So thank you, Neverdied. We all appreciate that. And again, you are our only Triple Crown champion. So I think kudos to you, because it's an amazing feat to, now that things have changed, this may not happen again the way.
If they don't change things, I'm not sure it will.
Screenshot everything, Neverdied. Make sure you've got like recordings of everything. It's definitely awesome. So anyway, tell us about your week. What's your week been like? You just leveling the hunter up. Obviously, you've done your big girls and boys, or your big boys, and what's now? Just
That's what she said. I'm so confused what to say to that.
With your dudes, I meant with your dudes.
What show am I on, Stone? What's going on?
Fantastic.
Oh.
All right. Well,
doing Neverdied.
Yeah. So yes, I have my one Iron Hunter. I'm doing that. He's doing some of the Argent Crusade dailies and doing some Outland stuff.
Okay.
I need someone to talk to me about how to get flying in Legion because, like I said, I am so confused on. I mean, I just don't know anything. I haven't done it at all. I've
Talk
not
to your
touched
team's
Legion.
partner. I'm sure she can help.
Yeah,
Talk
my
to your
partner.
team's partner.
She's a little old lady, and she's kind of clueless, but yeah, I might try her. So we'll see. Maybe she can help me out. So I've been doing teams a little bit. Very slow, like I said. My partner's not the best, but doing that a little bit. And this week was actually slow. I was busy with my kids and taking them places, and I was out most nights. So, but the main thing I'm going to be doing is I'm very curious how the irons do, and if anyone's up higher, I'd like to hear from them. 80s, 90s, I'd like that in particular, from 80 to 100. I'm curious how hard that's going to be now. So,
okay.
So that's about it for this week.
There you go, people. That's definitely get in contact with Neverdied if you can give him some information there. That's great. So good luck, Neverdied. We're all fingers crossed and cheering from the sidelines as we do. Stone, what have you been doing?
I find it interesting that you haven't once said that he was a machine until I actually had to prompt you.
Well, he is. I mean, I have constantly said it, but I'm probably a little bit in awe because we've actually got Neverdied here, and it's one of my life goals was to get be able to sit down and chat with him. And as much as I'd really like to pick his brain for hours upon hours, which we can't do, it's just but you are a machine, Neverdied, definitely.
Thank you. I was waiting.
Take a drink.
So thank you.
There we go. Finally.
Exactly.
Yes. And you know what?
That's why I brought the beer. Was every time you were going to say it, I was going to have a drink. And you let me down. So I had to start drinking.
I've got so many things that I want to talk to him about. The thing that amused me, Neverdied, was when you actually said that you're a maths teacher, because I was thinking early on while we were chatting through the question, I'm like, I wonder if he's a math teacher.
That's funny.
Yeah, you confirmed that, and I'm like, yes, okay, all right, that explains a few things. So I'm kind of like, that's cool. That's really cool. Anyway, you are a machine. Definitely a machine. And
need a drink, Stone.
He's gonna have two because I said it twice. Definitely a machine. But you are also awesome, Neverdied. So thank you for what you've done as well. Awesome machine. Maybe that should be the show title.
Awesome machine. I like it.
Wow.
Anyway, let's find out what Stone's been doing. Stone.
Right. Just really quickly, I got my Warlock level to 22, got my Darkmoon Fair bag, and Noble Garden quests. Yay.
Oh, cool.
And between 20 and 22, I didn't really have, I had my Big Blue, but I found that the Big Blue was really crappy until level 22, and now that I have Health Funnel, it's like, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
So Warlock isn't too bad. It's just that 20 to 22 mark was kind of not so good, or 18 to 22, or whichever it was when I got Big Blue. I finished Azure Mist, and now I'm working on Blood Mist. Azure Mist was my last small zone to finish, and now I'm working on, like I said, I'm going to start working my way up. I'm going to complete all the lower level zones first. So Blood Mist is my first one for that tune. Okay. Monk, got him or her, I don't remember, up to level 24. I finished Northern Barrens, but I did skip the Centaur Leader group quest because I remember trying to do it before, and I almost died like 2 or 3 times because I was getting smoked. So I was like, okay, you know what? This is done. So Now I'm heading up to Azara because it's the closest low-level zone, I guess. And just running all my tunes now through Noblegarden. I think today was the first day I didn't do it. But one town that I really like is the Razor Hill to get the eggs. Mm-hmm. Because I've noticed that everybody's running around the smaller inn and the mining, thing, or the bellows and all that, but nobody runs around the other side of the town where there's like the rocks and the great big hall. Like nobody goes around the fence back there, and I get all my 20 really quickly. Nice. And I'm like, okay, I'll just keep. Yeah. So if you're looking for eggs, go on that side. The event's almost going to be over anyways, so you better do it quick.
Bloodhoof is really good for eggs.
Bloodhoof? Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And really, the only other thing is I actually got to do some teams this week, and it's kind of funny that Neverdied was saying that his partner is the worst, because I was going to say almost the same thing. Like my partner, she seems to squirrel like all over the place, like do this, like, oh no, let's go over here. Oops, I hit the microphone. That's pro. So like, let's go over this way. No, now let's go back. And you know what? I found that I found that she actually types while playing, and that's something I can't do because I'm more focused on trying not to die. Right. And I am also the healer in our group, so I'm also focused on trying not to let her die. So, but I will say that I am having a lot of fun with it. It's quite different compared to the last time I leveled up, like just characters, as a group, because as a group, I was telling this to my partner that, there was somebody in my group that I knew from work, that they were playing my class the wrong way, and it just drove me a little bit, just little things. So
yeah.
And Crystal, it's okay because this person talks smack about me all the time, so it's okay. So but I am having heaps of fun with her. It's great.
Excellent. Excellent. That's good. That's good that you
teams is fun. It's fun.
An interesting team partner.
Yeah.
So that's. I'll have to get back into teams at some stage.
Teams is fun because it's like there was actually once today where if I was on my own, I would have died, 100%, and it wasn't that and it wasn't that, like, if it wasn't for that, we were a team, we would have been dead, and that would have been it, right? Like if we were just doing a normal iron, that would have been it. So yeah, I think that's it.
Cool.
So, Leeta,
sounds busy. Yeah,
how are you doing?
Good. I'd just like to say one of the things that I noticed, and I think Stir said it last week, and Neverdied said it again today, is the biggest thing I think that can be a detriment, not only to myself, but I'm sure there is other challenge people out there, is letting a quest go. Mm-hmm. Is actually just being like, yeah, I can't do it. Now, there's times and places like the Collector in Elwyn Forest at level 13 is not the best thing to do. But boy, when you get to level 18 and you get Freezing Trap and you go over there and you smoke the 3 tunes, oh, there is that satisfaction of, yeah, got you, you little bugger. So so I just want to say that there are certainly times when you just like, I need to definitely leave that or come back to a quest and don't feel like you've got to push things through, but I agree with that. Anyway, my week has been interesting. So I was leveling Iron Leader 5, and we hit 21, and
Sorry,
Murlocs
is this a iron or blood?
Iron.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I hit 21 and then Murlocs happened. And I blame Azzy.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm kidding, Azzy. Wow. It's all good.
You just like threw him right beneath the bus, eh? That's nice.
Yeah, totally. But he knows. He knows why. So I did roll another. So I rolled Iron Leader 6. So we're back, and I hit 21 last night. So we're getting there. I'm currently in Loch Modan, and so I'm quite happy, even though I died in Loch Modan to Murlocs last time. So I'm okay. I followed my path through what I've been doing. I don't know whether I want to change that up at the moment, so we'll see. But I will do Loch Modan and then probably go into wetlands like I did last time, because I quite enjoy the way that the quest goes. So that's quite good. I got my turtle finally last night, because I normally wait till I get to Loch Modan, and but the tiger's been pretty good up until then. So, and I did get the collector quest before I left Elwyn, because I dinged 18 and I got my freezing trap, and I was like, right, that's it. I'm just gonna, and again, making sure you freeze trap one and pull the mobs, and making sure your pet's on defensive. That's probably been my biggest saving grace, is pulling the targets back to a safe spot, making sure I've cleared around, that I've got a safe spot to play, because in case I've got to disengage backwards, that I've got enough room to be able to do that. And I didn't have a problem. It was fine. So at 18, once I had freezing trap, collector done, I was out of Elwyn Forest and heading towards Loch Modan. So that was quite good. I did get to play a couple of bloods, not a huge amount. I got a level on my hunter, so she hit 33. Again, she is in Loch Modan, so she will stay in Loch Modan until I am utterly tired of it. I'm not tired of it, trust me. Not even close.
Really?
But I am, I think I hit about 10 rares on her, plus obviously then grinding, because 10 rares ain't gonna get you a level, even with rested. So I did, I was grinding through the ogres and the trogs, just to get some more XP for them. So she's at 1,786 kills for level 33. So we're getting there. But I did play my little human warrior. So she's still at 66. I am taking it really slow. Because the levels are so long, I can't sit down and play her for like hours, like you Neverdied. I can't sit and just play. I can only do like an hour with her before I'm just like, okay, I need to go. Maybe 2 hours. But she's at 55% through 66. And I got 2 rares, which was awesome. So I got like 12,700 XP, which was fantastic, because I'm only getting like 700. And it was good. I got the spider again, Terra Spinner was popped up in a different spot, which was good. And the tiger, the spirit Gondria was up. And much as I really I can't remember. It's this.
Isn't it
it's
named
the
after
Zoldyrak.
like a disease or something that like a transmitted
No.
disease?
No, it's the tiger.
Oh.
I know where you're going. I'm ignoring you. So yeah, so that was good. That was good. I was really happy about that. So anyway, we're plugging along slowly. I'll eventually get a level on the warrior, but I feel quite good. I've got her over in Zoldyrak. We're killing bats and raptors. So, and I feel, and again, they're far enough. She can charge, and I feel quite good with it. So, but I'll have to get another series to watch. Neverdied. Definitely do what you do and put something on and watch, because it's not, the Zen part of it is a little bit harder on the 66. The Zen becomes kind of like, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No, you've only moved like 1% in XP. You're like, seriously?
Mm-hmm.
I've killed like 50 million things. So yeah, anyway, it's all good. So that's been my week. So we have successfully killed one, but we've got another one going, and not lost any bloods.
I'm really
So that
that's good. I'm really curious as to where you are for how many you've killed, because I've lost track of yours and I've lost track of mine. So I kind of feel like, because I've had a couple deaths and a couple I've had a red flag, right? Or a yellow flag. Yep. I feel like we're close. I feel like we're closer than we would have been last year this time. So I'm not sure. No, really. I'm not trying to be a jerk here. I'm because I'm not going to open up your list. Like, that's the thing. I'm not opening up your list. So good. I'm trying to kind of get a rough guess at it, and I think you might be beating me by like maybe one. Maybe.
Oh, I would say that we're only hit April. It's gonna be a rough year.
Oh, just now wait for the next 2-3 weeks. It's gonna be rough.
Oh, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, it's our end of year death list is going to definitely be interesting. So don't forget, chat room, keep a list of yours if you want to let us know at the end of the year. But it will be, because I think I will top last year's, and I reckon I will raise it. Now, whether again we get to talk to Rogue Slayer next week, so it will be interesting to see her journey, because I think she beat us all with 23 deaths last year. So I reckon we will, I think the 20s
Stir's gonna win.
Stir's pushing it from what I've seen. He's like, lost another one. Oh, lost another one.
Yep.
Well, lost another one.
Go again. Yeah.
Lost another one.
So it's going to be really interesting to see, because up until I wouldn't even have to say the patch, but certainly the patch.
Oh yeah.
Has brought out way, I think, more deaths than I expected because again, driving through mobs is a dumb thing to do later. That's rule number, that's about rule number 3 now. Don't play when you're tired. What was rule number 2? Can't remember what rule number 2 is. Rule number 3 is definitely don't ride through mobs. Hey?
Profit. Rule number 1, don't ride through mobs. Rule number 2. And rule number 3 is profit.
Rule number... Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's all good. So we'll see. All right. Anyway, Azzy's had a bit of a rough time too, because he's had DCs. Yes. So at least Azzy, feel for you, dude. That's just DCs.
You know what? It's actually funny. I've had 3 or 4 DCs on my main character over the span of about 2 hours, and I don't know if it's a Blizzard connection thing or what, but I usually don't get kicked offline a whole lot, and I'm hitting the mic again. You stupid. So I'm calling myself stupid. It's okay. So I don't know what the deal is. I haven't gotten kicked off on a challenger, but I have been while doing mount farming, and that's a little bit worrisome.
I did get stuff on Leeta the other night when I was grinding through Entorian Waste or something for something. It was like a random DC because I was like, what? And the rest of the night I was fine, but so maybe
I just had. Have you guys in Legion? I was flying from Dalaran to one of the places there on a regular tune. Luckily, it went to a cut screen. I came back and I fell to my death. I don't know. Luckily, it was on a regular tune. I would have been pissed, but
thank
I don't know. There's some glitchy stuff going on.
Yeah,
that would not have been good.
I don't think there's anything more heart-shattering than that DC death.
Glitches, DCs, those are awful.
I've had one, which was one I had a couple of tunes ago, and that when you come back and you just
you
can't control it.
My first priest 90 was max, so what was that? I don't know, whenever 90 was max, whatever expansion that was. My priest was 87, and that's the only DC death I've ever had, but he was 3 levels from max. So that was painful.
Considering how many tunes that you have been leveling and you've had, that's
I've gotten lucky with
amazing.
Only one DC death.
Okay. All right. Okay, so we have got a pun from Azzy. I get to read it this week. Yay!
Because because I've seen this before, and if I read it, it's not gonna be good. So I'm putting a little bit on you to kind of give it some oomph.
Okay, here we go. Drum roll. All right. Why wouldn't the shrimp share his treasure? Because he was a little shellfish. That's so cute.
My daughters will like that. I'll tell my daughters that joke.
Need to do a little bit better.
That is a cute one. Azzy, double thumbs up, because I like cute jokes and puns. That's good. Awesome.
For a 13-year-old girl, it'll be funny, yes.
Yes, exactly. All right. News time.
Okay, news.
Coffee is my blood.
There we go.
Breaking now, news from the world of Warcraft with Leeta and Stone.
Okay, I'm going to do this in kind of not the order I have it written down. Just really quickly, there's a Spreadshirt discount. Is 15 FORYOU. If you want to buy stuff off the store, you use that code and it's like 15% off. Great. Okay, so I don't like, just get it out there. Done. So, okay, the bigger news from Blizzard is that they announced that Battle for Azeroth will be released on Thursday, August the 14th. So we can expect the 8.0 whatever pre-patch to be about 4 weeks or so, which would put it beginning to mid-July, which is about mid-July, which is kind of around the same time as Legion did, right? Wasn't it end of August? I think it's actually I thought Legion launched end of August, not middle of August, right? Because I think
30th,
because I think we did our second anniversary show and then it launched like right after. So we've had Legion for slightly less than 2 years. It's like, that's really cool. It does mean though that we have about 3 months for you to level up your Challenger to 110 before any of the pre-patch stuff comes out. So, the clock is ticking, and things and stuff. There is a Xorothian. What?
I said let it tick.
Wow. Okay.
That's for me, not for everyone else.
Nice. A little bit of okay. Smelling a little bit of arrogance there, but sure.
Because it's not gonna happen. I'm saying let it tick because I'm not gonna.
Why?
It's not gonna happen.
Well, now you've defeated yourself. Don't defeat yourself. You can do it, man.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
so
being realistic.
I believe in you.
Anyway.
I think you can. Okay. These Xorothian cultists are channeling again. I don't have this in the news, but it's aiming for around end of April 25th, April 24th, 25th, which falls on the patch. Last time it happened, they released the Seething Shore into the rotation of PvP battlegrounds. So we think it's going to be something to do with Warcraft. It might be the next part of the Legion plot, you know. I mean, it's all pretty much done, but I don't think this is going to impact us. I really don't think this is going to be the squish, because that is not on the PTR at all. That right now the squish is only on the alpha, so we don't really have to worry about that yet. I guess the last thing is that we will be doing a leveling contest starting next week.
Mm-hmm.
So the details are, it's a leveling contest, and it's going to be a grind, and it's going to be very, very gruesome.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be lots of people dying. I'm pretty sure that we're not going to get as many people as we did last time, because perfect, you know, like everything happened at once and the timing of it was great. But we're still going to do it. We have our own prizes, but if somebody feels like that they want to sponsor it, like with like a $20 card for Blizzard or something, just let us know. I will be putting poor Crystal. I will be putting up a banner pretty soon, like tonight, tomorrow, pretty soon. There won't be details though, but you can look at the banner to see if you can find any hints.
You can look.
And I apologize way beforehand, because it's gonna be rough.
I don't. It's gonna be fun. Just say it.
So yeah, if you want to sponsor it, let me know. Like, reach out to either myself or Leeta, and Azzy will provide 10 puns for the person with the most deaths. Oh, that's for the end of the year. Okay. 10 puns for the most deaths in the contest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's awesome.
Yeah, because it's gonna be, yeah. So yeah, again, if you want to sponsor it, great. If not, we're gonna go to do the pet route, because Leeta bought some pets. So thank you, Leeta. She bought a bunch of pets when they all went on sale. So yay, she was smart. I'm not. Okay.
I was thinking sometimes that does happen. It's not a lot, but sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. That's it really for the new.
Excellent.
I think so.
All right. So we've got some exciting stuff coming up, which is awesome. So we look forward to that. So don't forget, stay tuned. Back next week. Details. It will start next week. All the details right here. So come see us. Okay, we've got State of the Challenges time. So Neverdied is going to run us through the irons. Who have we got Neverdied for this week?
Zort's Burger 56. Nice job. Geekster 56, it says lost. What does that mean?
Yeah, so basically it didn't show that he died. It just shows that he was lost to the nether, so he was deleted.
Oh.
So I assume that was a death, and then that he deleted the character before it picked it up as a death.
Okay. Well, that's good on a monk. That's great. Farika is 58. Jangler 60. Iron Mimi 64. Half Hand Red Flagged. 4 talents selected at 64.
Yep.
Never Died 67.
Wow, what a machine.
I'm sorry. The Machine Never Died 67. Folly of Boz 67. Margot Stealth 79. And Bikini Kills. He or she needs to tell us how things are at that level. He or she is 93. I'd like to hear how that's going.
I believe that is Mozati. So he's on the forums, and we've had him on as a guest. He had Bikini. What was it? Bikini Babe? Was it?
Mm.
That leveled up to max without any armor.
At 90, how it is. I assume that's a hunter, or I'm not sure what that is.
Yep. Bikini Babe. Yeah, it was a hunter. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. Let's have a look at our bloods for this week. So we've got 5 less hit 36, Soul Fist hit 39, 5 Rush hit 40, Blood Rager hit 40, Gore Crazed 41, Iron Grind'em 45, Travelin 46, Kitsandra 64, Marg Blood hit 89, and Genetics hit 95.
Very nice.
Well done, Bloodthirsties.
Wow.
Okay. Passies. Let's see who we got for passies. Never Died. Who have we got?
Mons Preacher 39, Breeza 44, Pax Rules is level 47. Joyful Vegan, I like that, 51. Gentle Soul 59. Peace Nika 63. Nika. Silent Herber 68. Sneezy Boz 91. Huey Hamster 98. And very excited 5. Curmudgeon 110. Nice job, dude. That is awesome. So looks like the 5th pacifist of Legion. Yeah. So glad I know he's been trying, so that's great that he made it.
That is awesome. What a good week for the passies and the bloods. My gosh. And also for 5. Well done.
Yeah, no deaths I don't see.
Well done. Yeah, it's a little bit rougher on the irons this week. So
I think he was I think he was telling the guild that as he was trying to level up, he during the last level or so, he was really nervous about getting kills and stuff like that just from being able to log in, right? So
because I don't think when you have something happen to you that is out of your control, obviously like a DC or like a critter kill or accounts for kills when you've not done anything and it's someone that's near you, that would shatter me.
Oh yeah.
I would be shattered. So understandably, that's well done, 5. That's amazing. Well
he's
done.
Actually
and
saying that he's saying that he's
rogue.
the first rogue as a pacifist. Really? So Druid. Priest, which was weird, right? Because we're all like priest. That was Townies. Never Dies was Druid. And 5s is Rogue. Just looking for the other pacifists. So we've had Tenny and Bloodless. We're both rogues in Warlords, but not in Legion.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, I'm surprised that. Well, I guess with the Druid, it's you've got your, I think you've got better heals versus a rogue, right? Because the rogue, you've got the one heal, and that's pretty much it. Like you've got your potion, right? your potion power, but not the real health potion. It's, you know, your Crimson Vial or something. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm glad to see more people up. I'm actually surprised there's more people at max on pacifists and on bloodthirsties.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised.
Well done.
You folks do a lot more than I ever will, 100%. Because I play, but I will never make it. It's not gonna happen. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna defeat myself right now. Tins, just shut up, Stone. Tins, come on, Stone, read it. 5 Beyond. Speaking of 5 Beyond red flagged himself at level 28 by equipping the green Easter basket. Sorry, man.
He wanted to look pretty.
Yeah. Ashir's Scout is level 29. Lucy Lynn re-rolled and is now level 29. Larztha is level 30. Tincraft is 30. Iron Crispies is level 32. Iron Dream is 42. Iron Crispid. Oh, I think this is the same person. Iron Crispius and Iron Crispid. I think it's probably just different classes, maybe. So level 60. Ultraviolet is level 62. Iron Crispig. Iron Crispy G. Right? So it's level 77.
Okay.
You're right. Okay, so
nice.
Teams is not looking too good. There's a lot of bad stuff that just happened. Wow. Okay, here we go. I don't know what this means. So Judish Partai died at level 13. It was Roy's fault. Vigrid, they died at level 15. They both died. Iron Man, BTWX, and Jape. Shields and Heals, at level 21, they were red flagged because Sekka equipped uncommon gear. Whoops. Oh, no. Fangy Bangy Boo died at level 23, and we blame it on Banji because it's their fault. People are going to be sending me all kinds of stuff. Meow Meow unfortunately died at level 25. Both Iron Neely and Carwyron. Pen versus Pin is at level 29. Dumb and Dumber is at level 35. Team Puppet Lives On is at level 37. And Taco Spoons is at level 38.
Well done.
Okay, hold on. So Taco Spoons, right? I'm assuming that this is Taco and Spoonie. Okay.
Yes.
So I find this interesting, and Taco is going to probably kill me. That's okay. It's not the first time somebody's wanted to kill me. Taco has a rough time leveling up solo, but she's not doing too bad on teams. That's pretty good.
I like it. 38.
I like
it. That's good
stuff.
They've obviously got a good partnership going right there. So good job, Spoonie and Taco.
Interesting.
Can't wait to see how they go. And good job to Nisi and Zorts too. Yay. All right.
I like Dumb and Dumber. That looks like a fantastic team.
Looks like a great team.
Great team.
It's a good movie.
Anyways.
You're telling me there's a chance.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Well, 5 Iron is saying that Taco got over level 20 solo this week. So yeah, I'm just being a jerk. Right? Yeah, it's okay. Sorry.
Go Taco.
I'm just being a jerk. Oh, she is in the chat. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
She's gonna kill me. Yep. Well, I was looking for Cubs, but the chat app that I use, because I don't use the real chat, it didn't update, so that's okay. Okay, so next part, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This just in. It's Chit Chat.
Awesome. All right. So this is where you can send in your tips, tricks, questions, all of those kinds of things on the various social media to so we can have a chat about it. So the first one we've got is I will ask our illustrious Triple Crown champion, Neverdied. Can you read this one for me, please?
Yes, from Velorin. I have a problem during my Iron Man challenge. Your site doesn't find my Warlock on Valyria, level 24 at the moment. Since today, he only finds my first try Paladin with the same name who died and was deleted. Can you help me out? I'm not sure if that made sense, what I said, but...
So basically, they re-rolled a character with the same name, and
okay.
It takes, when that happens, it seems okay. Blizzard has told us that when that happens and you do your update, the change is supposed to have, like, the new info should be on the API right away. And we've shown them many examples of, it's just not happening. It takes a day, right? It's basically like an overnight thing. We've seen it go longer, which is a little, it happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. But yeah, if you re-roll a character like with the same name, you just got to be patient with it. Yeah, you're out of coffee. Oh, you know what would have been cool is if you had some coffee crisp.
The hickory sticks look better to me. Those look good.
If Neverdied, I tell you this right now.
Well, that's not annoying.
If he comes all the way to BlizzCon and he does not bring me a packet of hickory sticks and a coffee crisp, I am going to... he may not wake up. Just, you better warn Carrie this too.
Wow.
That's serious.
I'm going to report you.
I'm bringing Tim Tams. I'm bringing Tim Tams. Anyway, that's what I said to him in Discord about, obviously with the API and that. So it's probably better, I find, not to reuse names straight away.
Yep.
Use slightly different spelling, add in an extra E-A-O, or use, just to try and have a different tune. So you're not repeating if you can. That way you won't have that problem. But again, if you're going to reuse the same name, just be prepared that these things do happen. So you've got to be patient and wait for the data to be trickled through. Okay. Other than that, thank you for the question. Okay. Now, this is a question from Discord again, from Azzy. He wants to know, why does Stone always butcher my name?
Well,
there is no,
what?
sometimes there's no reason. Some things you'll never just know, Azzy. Don't know. Really? Yeah? Sorry, Stone, did you have something to say to Azzy?
Nope. Hold on, I need to grab another bite of Tim Tams, of hickory sticks. Oh baby.
Karma will come and kick you in the backside. Anyway, okay, Neverdied. we have got another one there. Do you want to take that one, please?
Yes, from ILICTR Twitter. Yesterday, I accidentally swallowed some food coloring. The doctor says I'm okay, but I feel like I've died a little inside.
That was a great pun.
That was good.
I have not heard that one.
That was good. That was definitely good.
So it's better than Assie's, or do we all agree?
No, I liked Azzy.
A shellfish, really?
Well. Yeah.
I've heard it before.
I like that, Azzy. Don't you just know they were both good. I like them both this week. I expect that standard every week now, boys. Just saying. Anyway, okay, chat room. What have we got? Stone, anything?
You know what? One of my most favorite things to do is to get these things and stick it in my mouth, and then suck on them.
What are you talking about?
Hickory sticks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, karma's gonna come back. You do know that, don't you? All right. I don't know if we've got any other chat rooms. Taco said she hit 23 this week.
Nice.
Yay.
Chef. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not going to touch that
this
one.
show is going to devolve really quickly.
Yeah.
Really quickly.
Yeah. Exactly.
Camel meets an elephant. The elephant asks jokingly, "Why do you have two breasts on your back?" And the camel replies, "With a face like yours, I'd just shut up." Get it?
Yes. Okay. It's not a maybe we could have a pun off at the end of the year too.
Oh man, we could. No, you know what? I think I'd maybe like to do that for like an anniversary show, because I feel like the end of the year is like deaths. Let's look back at the year, but I think anniversary show that would be good. That's at the end of that anniversary show is going to be messed up because it'll be 2 weeks into BFA.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Someone's mowing. Excellent.
Someone's mowing?
It's time to wrap things up. Thanks, guys.
Okay. So, you know what? I didn't do it last week, but I'm going to do it this week because, it's, I'm running the show. I first have to open up this page, and I will be updating the list tonight or tomorrow to update for Twitch and all the stuff that I don't get emails for. But thank you all for supporting us to pay for the server, because server costs are stupid for what we need it. So, because I've looked at other places and it's cheaper, but not the same kind of power and access that I want. So, okay. So thank you all. Azylon, Boz, Broxamar, Chupa, LB, Fair, Five Iron, Frasley, Sparkspan, Grand Nagus, Eli CTR, Iron Tiwin, Cashbringer, an anonymous koala, Lycan, Lissan, Neverdied, Nisi, Sir Thomas, Stir, Swingcat, Tuli Bardine, hey Tuli, Alminia, Unamathil, Zaya, and Zorts. Thank you all for your support. Thank you to our mods in both Discord and chat, because it really certainly helps out. And did you guys... Oh. Leeta just sent me a message just to let you know that she's muting herself because they're mowing right outside her window. If I had known that I could mute her that quickly, I would have been telling her mom and dad to like arrange it so that people mow around showtime, as you know. So yeah, thank you to our mods.
I was trying to be nice so you didn't hear the mowing. Wow. Can you not hear that?
Yeah, I can. But well, now it's gone. So now it's gone. Wow, and she's muted herself again. I hope it's going to be this easy to mute her when we're at BlizzCon.
Oh,
yeah, here we go. I knew it. I knew she couldn't resist. Okay. Thank you to our mods, Boz, Nisi, Stir, Zorts, Awesome Trousers, and Zaya in the forums. Thank you very much. And a special thank you to Nisi for doing all the things on the Twitters and Facebook and media, because, you know, it really helps. It does. And yeah, so our next show. Oh, yep. And thank you for watching us live. Oh, D. Drevin's in the chat too now. Okay, so we're just going to really quickly. If you want to watch it live, you can come on and we do it. We do it live. And then I can read out your name unless it's like really mean or something. So Boom Boomy, Chupa, Cogwhistle, Captain Dobie, Crystal Free to Play, Cubs, which is Taco D Dreven. How are you in the Twitch chat and also on our Skype? That's weird. I'm not gonna say this next person because they're just a bot. Okay. So Fair, Froggy, Guru 42, Azzy, Lycan, he Lycan, Mad Libs, Periton, Sassy Bell. I like Sassy Bell. Sassy Bell, Shinatrix, oh man, sorry dude. Thomleg, no, that's an I. Thomieg, Tiber, aka Tiber. Townie, Virgo Pros, Wow, 5 Iron, and Zeptimus. Yeah. If like basically, you know what? We're still Foamy the squirrel. What? Bots are people too? Okay. Electrical skateboard. So basically, you know, we would still record a show, but it makes it more fun for us to basically interact with you as we do the show. It's just, I find it more interesting to do the show because it's more about all of us instead of just 2 people and 3 people trying to talk. So, and ignoring chats, like, okay, wrap up. Okay, so next show is Saturday, April the 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's Toronto time. Which will be Sunday. Wow, I can hear myself. Thanks, Leeta. Sunday, April the 15th, 12 a.m. GMT, 1 a.m. Central European summertime. 10 a.m. No, 9 a.m. Australian Eastern time. We will be joined by Rogue Slayer. She will be coming on we're going to quickly talk about what she's been up to and also announce the details of the contest that everybody's probably going to die to at least once. Because you remember the last contest that I had to decide on? Well, you know, that one was rough. So expect the same. It's going to be rough. Neverdied, thank you, man.
Yeah, dude. Appreciate you finally letting me on, man. It was fun.
Wow. Thank you.
I would
like to thank your wife and kids for letting you come on the show.
There you go. I'll tell them.
Leeta, are you going to do your thing now? Oh, okay. So Neverdied. Wow, I'm going to have to do this part. This is not good. Wow. I think this is the first time I've had to do it. Okay. This is like I'm a virgin, right? Okay, so Neverdied. Can you please tell everyone where they can find you and get in touch with you?
Yeah, probably just Discord is the best. I think it's there on the at Neverdied on Discord. That'll be the easiest way to get a hold of me.
Yeah, it is Neverdied #7345 for folks that don't watch. So because we're supposed to be a podcast first. So okay. All right, so you can, oh man, Leeta, are you really gonna make me do all this? Wow.
I think she's mad.
Wow. I think this is karma kicking me right in the cheeks. Okay, so you can find the WoW Challenges website at wowchallenges.com. You can contact the show by email at podcast@wowchallenges.com. See, here I go, Leeta, and this is going to be all your fault. You can find us also at Twitter, also at wowchallenges, which is monitored by more than one person now. So if you're trying to reach specific people, just be aware that it's if you DM us, it's going to be to multiple people that see that. So you can join us on Discord, discord.wowchallenges.com. What are you doing? Anyways, you can't see this if you're listening to it, but she's like going side. She's looking for something. Oh, I know what she's looking for. Yeah, sure. She's got something in her hands. Wow. Save that for the after show. Okay, so we're also on Facebook, facebook.com/WoW Challenges. You can also see the show at youtube.com/WoW Challenges 1. That's the number 1 because that's the number 1. And yeah, we are live on twitch.tv/WoW Challenges. You can find me on Twitter at STONEGRASP because I'm grasping your stone, as well as the Adventures in Azeroth podcast, which we're going to do someday. I have no idea. Every time I ask her to do it, she's always like, I got to wax my legs or something. Fine. Yep. So we're just going to carry on because, you know, people that know her know that that's true. And that I would never lie. So you can find Leeta at Leeta WoW, LEETAWOW, as well as Behind the Avatar and Adventures in Azeroth. She actually just did a new Behind the Avatar. I don't know if it's out yet, but is it out yet? She says yes. Is it with the person that we both know? Yes? Okay, so it's with Jimmy Banks. He's a really super nice guy. I've met him. Really, really nice guy. And he's a Canadian too, eh? But he doesn't live near me. Like he's about 2-3 hours away from me, but he's still cool. Wow. So I'm still doing it. Okay. Okay. So I swear if you ever take a week off, I'm getting somebody to come in and replace you to read all this. 'Cause this is ridiculous. There's just so much. There's so much. I think we have to deal with something here. Okay, so big thank you to Markonen. This is why I don't read it because I'm gonna butcher it. You can find him on Twitter at Markonen Wow. You can also find him as the co-host of the Torn Think Tank with Jules. Yes, and also a big thank you to Epic for doing our outro. You can find him on Twitter at epic_insanity. I thought he changed it, but maybe he changed it back. You can find him. No? Okay. You can find him on Frozen Nerds and Epic Questions.
He is awesome. I'm just saying. They're still mowing. Like, seriously. I'm going to kill my family. But, sorry, guys. Wow. I just have to say big thank you to Epic. Shout out to Epic because he is the man. That's it. Okay.
Did I poo-poo him? I didn't think I poo-pooed him.
No. I'm just saying. I'm just giving him also a shout out.
Oh, okay.
He is.
Well, didn't I just give him a shout out? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you guys have like something going on?
No.
Is that why you're coming to BlizzCon this year so you can meet him? Oh, see, this is how we just start the rumors, you know? Just start the rumors.
Don't make me smack you really hard.
Epic's got a girlfriend, you know. Unless that's something that you're into, which is cool, man. It's cool. As long as you're not hurting anybody. Anyways, let's just go.
Just end the show.
Wow.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yep. This is how we do it. Sorry. Okay, so say goodbye, everybody.
See ya. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Neverdied.
Bye.
The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast. Produced by Stone and Leeta, copyright 2018. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. The music used on this show belongs to Kevin MacLeod, and you can find his great royalty-free music at incomputech.com. No copyright infringement is intended.
There we go. That's what happens when you make me do it, because I don't think I've done that part
now
ever.
They've stopped. I actually sent a message to say, can you not mow for like 15 minutes? I'm in the middle of a podcast. They know this. How long have we been doing this show?
Oh.
2.5 years. 2.5 years.
Sure.
2.5. I am gonna kill them. Anyway, it's all good. So good. Thank you, Neverdied. That was a great show. Thank you for coming on.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
You sound different though.
My headphones died. I was still coming on. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. They literally died right when you ended. Oh, good timing.
Good timing. Good timing. Well, look, we really appreciate you coming to have a chat with us. It is, I think, as much as we would love to pick your brain more, we will. We appreciate the time, and thank your family again for just being able to come and spend a little bit of time with us. I think we've all benefited from getting to hear some of your story and your leveling experience. And obviously, we wish you all the very best with the new hunter. And I can't wait to see how that goes. And then we'll have to get you on again to find out how that leveling's gone at some stage, too.
I would love to. Worked out well. I think my family's just pulling up now. So
No! You can't go. We have to do a title. Title. Yes, title. Quick.
Title?
Hurry hard.
Hurry hard.
Hurry hard. It's curling. Hurry hard. Hurry.
What did we have earlier? Something with machine.
Machine. He's a machine.
We need the. Yeah, this isn't my thing. What was it? Awesome machine. They got any? Was there anything in chat?
Machine. Awesome Machines 5 said awesome machine.
Yeah.
Sure.
And yeah.
I'd have
Definitely.
something with machine in it. That'll mean a lot to me. So thanks.
Wow.
No worries. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys. That was fun. I appreciate it.
Triple Crown Machine. There we go. That's a good one.
There, yeah.
Okay.
What a machine. We'll put one
Any of
for
those
you
will work.
with the machine. Say
All
hi
right.
to the family.
I will. They just pulled in. So thank you guys. Appreciate
Okay.
it.
All right. Cheers.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, chat room.
That was great timing.
That was good timing.
I'm pretty sure he's dropping, so I'm gonna remove him from the group. There we go.
Yeah, there he is. Are we still live?
Yes, we are still live, so you can't
Oh.
smack talk Azzy yet.
I'm not smack talking Azzy. That's not the person I'll be smack talking. I tell you that right now.
I don't know who else would you
It's,
smack talk?
Why have I? Oh, because of Skype. Oh, look at me.
Yeah,
I'm
Skype.
like sitting over in the. Hang on. If I go this way,
All right. Okay. Hold on.
go this.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on.
No, that's all right. I'm
no,
just
no.
looking at.
No,
I'm looking
no,
at myself. I'm
no,
like,
we're gonna do it like this. We are
I've
gonna
got-
do it like this.
photo. My.
There you go. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna go like this.
It's okay. I'm like 5 minutes behind. Don't forget.
That's okay. You'll see. Do. This is what we do at the end of the show. There we go. Right up in there.
There it is.
Do. Uh-oh. Leeta looks like she's getting concerned. Nothing to be concerned about. You just keep doing you. There we go. That's about... Oh! That's about as close as I can get it.
Nobody needs that close shot of me, Stone.
This... so just to let people know that this is probably the face that I'm going to see when I die. So I want to give everybody the close-up that I will be getting when I die. So you'll know.
Oh. Right.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll talk to y'all later. And
Thanks, chat room.
looking forward to
Thanks,
a
everyone.
BlizzCon announcement sometime soon. Because, geez. Okay. Well, what are you doing?
Looking forward to contest next week.
Oh, yep.
Contest. Yay.
I am
Everyone
not looking
get
forward.
ready.
I'm honestly not looking forward to how hard it's going to be, because it's going to be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
It's going to be hard.
Whichever way you want to take that word "fun," that is entirely up to you.
Wow.
But it's gonna be fun.
So you're equating... Okay, because I just kind of equated hard with fun. Wow.
Yep, that's one way to look at it. Yes, it's going to be.
Okay, all right. We'll talk to y'all later. I gotta let my family out of the dungeon and stuff. And see you next week. Peace.
Yes. Bye.